welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can see by the title, we are going to do a review and demo on the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. This is the weightless liquid foundation, up to 24-hour stay, and of course you guys can see how beautiful it looks on the skin, but I'm just going to tell you guys how I feel about it first, because this is not a first impression, so it is a full-on review on the foundation. So I'm reading off to you guys what it says on the Urban Decay website. There are 50 shades in total. There are 9 intensities, 3 master tones, and 7 undertones, which is incredible because it's very hard for us to find our shades. For example, I'm on the medium side with olive, yellow, warm undertones, and sometimes it's very hard to find olive and yellow warm undertones because a lot of the warm undertones are too golden, so they do look a little bit more on the orange side versus the yellow. And I know that the yellow and the orange may seem like it's about the same thing, but it's not. Sometimes with warm undertones they can be too orange, and of course you can definitely tell the difference on my skin tone because I feel like I have yellow to olive undertones. So they did an amazing job with describing these foundations, and it's very easy to choose your shade. I actually chose my shade online, walked into the store and tried it out, and it was the exact same shade that matched me online, so that was amazing. And I am in the shade 50WY. So this foundation is a weightless liquid foundation that it makes it super easy to match to your true skin tone. The first vegan breathable long wear formula that lasts up to 24 hours. It has buildable medium coverage with a real skin matte finish, which is amazing. I did wear this foundation for, I don't remember how many hours, but it was around 10 hours, and my skin looked amazing still. Like my contour was still there, my blush, my highlight, everything was there. There was no separation of the foundation on my skin, but I did realize that my nose was a little bit oily, and it was oily than usual, and this was because I did not set it with powder. I only set my under eye area with powder. So next time that I do wear this, when I go out, I will put powder on my face because I felt like the nose was oily. The foundation was not separating or anything like that, but it did start to get oily, which is weird because my nose does not get oily easily, but I feel like this foundation made my nose a little bit oily. I didn't have oil like near the chin or my T-zone, and I feel like I'm more on the dry side. If I were to set my nose, it wouldn't have got oily, but I just wanted to test out the foundation without any powder, and it lasted and it held up to its claims. I'm not sure if it's a whole 24 hours because I wouldn't even wear foundation for 24 hours. That's insane, but you never know. There might be people who need it. So that is how I feel about this foundation. I feel like it's an amazing foundation for all skin tones. Like I said, I'm more on the dry side, and I feel like it looks amazing. I feel like it's not completely matte. I feel like it has like a natural matte finish, which is incredible because it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look too dewy, but you can always make it look dewy with more highlights, and you can mattify it with more powder. So I feel like it's a very flexible foundation to work with, and it's very lightweight, very comfortable, very breathable, and it's long wearing. So I feel like it has all the benefits that we need in a foundation, especially with 50 shades and incredible undertones and master tones. It's easy for you to choose your shade. Like I said, I chose mine online, went into the store, and the shade that matched me online was the perfect match for me in person. So incredible foundation. If you guys are interested in watching me demo this foundation, just keep on watching. I applied my favorite primer at the moment, which is the Fenty Beauty True Matte Primer, and I just let it set on my face before I apply the foundation. Here's the box. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like, and the beautiful, beautiful packaging. So obsessed with it. It's very different, very lightweight, and I love that it's plastic and it's not glass. The foundation is very watery, so I'm just going to tap it on my face and then blend it out with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. The foundation, but once you apply like your bronzer, your concealer, it's gonna be fine. It's just like slightly light, but it's nothing insane. I didn't want to go darker because I felt like the shades weren't going to match me. They were going to be too dark, but once you blend this out and you apply like everything else on top, like I would not wear it just like how it is right now. I mean, if you wear a full face of makeup, you normally do your concealer, your bronzer, and everything that comes on top of your foundation, and that's what makes the look come together. So a foundation, it perfects your skin tone and it gives you one full color. That way when you go on and apply everything, it doesn't look patchy and it just looks put together. I put about a pump and a half. This foundation I feel like is buildable, and I'm just applying like a tiny bit to areas where I need a little bit more coverage because, you know, I was breaking out slightly, nothing crazy, but I just want to cover that up, and I feel like it covered up very well. One thing about this foundation is that it's very, very liquidy. It almost reminds me of the NYX Drops foundation. I don't remember what it's called, but they're little droplets, and I feel like the coverage of it is almost the same, but I feel like this has more of a quality. It has more full coverage. It's very lightweight. It does not feel like oily or heavy on the skin. It feels very, very breathable, which I'm obsessed with, and that is why I feel like this is a good foundation for any time of the year. And I feel like the shades are great, the packaging is great, the pricing is great. So I'm just gonna go on and complete the makeup look. For concealer, I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in the shade Honey. So I'm just gonna cover up these dark circles because they look a little crazy, bronze up my face, do all that good stuff. The concealer and products blend on top of it once it sets. I feel like it's still setting a little bit, but I don't know if that's just me. I feel like it takes a little while to set. I don't feel like it oxidizes, and I just love how comfortable it is. So this is the side of the foundation that has bronzer. I just wanted to show you guys the difference, that you can literally fix a foundation that might be slightly too light with some bronzer. And same with a foundation that's slightly too dark for your skin tone. You can just highlight your face with a lighter concealer and it's just going to brighten everything. So there's always a way, because sometimes it's very hard for us to get that perfect shade of foundation, and with these other products you can literally adjust it. So this side has no bronzer and this side has bronzer, so it's like living. And let me just do the other side so you guys can see what it looks like when all the bronzer is on there. Both is the way that the products just blend onto the skin. It literally feels like butter when you're blending. And I'm actually using a brush that's not on the soft side. It's kind of like on the medium to rough side. And it's just blending out very, very nicely. It's not leaving the skin patchy. There's times where you blend your bronzer with some foundations and you just start slightly touching the foundation and it starts to lift, which is not cool. And I know that it comes from the time that the foundation takes to set onto the skin. I'm going to take this peachy blush and just put it on my cheeks. And I like to apply a little bit of blush on my nose. I've been doing that and I've been loving it. Now this guy right here, if you hate lip gloss and if you hate lipstick, it just feels like a lip balm with color. Super pretty. This is by L'Oreal in Glossy Fawn 900. Super pretty nude, like everyday kind of thing. It's super easy to apply. So as you can tell, it's coming together. I do need some mascara on the bottom because I feel like when you put concealer on, it literally hides your lower lashes. And then your eyes look smaller. so that makes a difference. A little bit on top. And I don't have highlight on. Let me just apply some highlight just so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm using Dose of Colors Fuego because this has been my go-to highlighter. I know I need to try another one. But I love this one on top of this blush. Top of any blush, actually. And that is the completed look. If I had my Urban Decay setting spray, I would obviously spray my face. But I just wanted to show you guys how I apply this foundation and what it looks like with a completed face. And honestly, it looks amazing. It doesn't look like how it looked when I first applied it because I didn't have all of the good stuff that comes after foundation, like bronzer, blush, and highlight, and then setting spray, of course. But it looks really nice and it matches perfectly to my hands and my neck and chest area. My arms are obviously darker because I'm tan, but it looks so good. The shade is perfect and it feels like nothing on the skin. I highly do recommend this foundation. I have nothing bad to say about it. It feels super lightweight. The coverage is amazing. It's not cakey at all. It makes your skin look super flawless and just everything that we need in a foundation. And that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.